So today I'm going to do a small class for you on if you are a runner or you do a lot of cycling and you get those really tight hips all around here, tight buttocks, tight hip flexors, so things that, legs, so those areas that get tight when we do a lot of activity where we use our legs and our buttocks. So that's what this is for. So start in a comfortable seated position today and just start to feel your breath. And when we bring that breath in, we make space for ourselves, a space where we are looking inward and just feeling. We don't have to pretend that we're somebody else. We don't have to pretend that we are, successful or be something that we're not. We don't have to put on our masks here. You are just feeling yourself as you are and enjoying that person. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down, and then again, up, back, and down. Okay. And let's get started. So come on over to all fours. If you've got tender knees, you can take a blanket or a cushion underneath your knees. Take your palms underneath your shoulders, spread your fingers, tuck your toes. And then from here, as you exhale, allow your head to go down, mid-back goes up, tuck your tailbone in. And then inhale, head comes up, chest up, look up, relax your jaw. And then exhale, head goes down, mid-back up, and tailbone in. So do that a few times at your own pace, feeling your breath, feeling your body, feeling your back. Good, then come to neutral, flatten your feet, and then gently take your buttocks back toward your heels, your forehead toward the floor. We come to child pose. Now, the first child pose can be a little difficult, so don't force yourself into it. If you need, palms underneath your forehead or a block. And then just rock a little from side to side. If there's any pain there, come onto your tummy instead. Great, and then reach your arms up over your head. Slowly bring yourself back to all fours, tuck your toes, lift your knees, come up into downward facing dog and give it a walkout. So this is going to start to open up through the backs of the legs. Again, we don't want to force it, we don't want to push too far, we just want to start to open up and wake up the muscles. So we're going to do a little bit of dynamic opening for our bodies. So we walk ourselves back, ragdoll yourself up. Good. So from there, take your right foot and step it up. Good, so I don't want you to be in a full yoga stance at this point. Just 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, right? Front knee bent. Nothing that's really challenging you yet, just here. Good, you can place your palms on your waist. Keep your front knee bent and straighten your back leg. Then from there, keeping the back leg straight, front knee bent, start to make some circles. Again, we're just trying to bring in some dynamic opening for the muscles, wake them up, get the fascia going, go in the opposite direction now. Again, keep that front knee a little bit bent, keep that back leg straight. Good, from there, switch legs. So that front foot comes up, thumbs on my mat properly, that's about the distance. Again, front knee bent, back leg straight. Feeling your breath, feeling your body. Go in the opposite direction. Good, then from there, come and take your feet hip distance apart. Good, again, our hands can be on the waist. Feel everything from the waist down, stable, little bend in the knees, and then start to round this way, make circles. And you're taking that from in the torso and making those circles. You're gonna stretch your core, go the other side, your back. Again, just dynamically opening a bit. Good, and let's get a little dynamic opening for the shoulders and the chest now. So start to just swing your arms. And then start to go for threes. So threes, we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3. Just a few times. Again, that swinging action, just opening up the body, the fascial lines, waking everything up. Getting the chest a bit. Let's get a little bit more through the chest. Swing the arms forward and back. And you're going to take opposite arm on top each time. If you want to get a little bit more in, you start to come up on the toes, starting to warm up the ankles as well. Good, then let's take some big circles forward, and then big circles back. Great, so we're warm now, right? Should feel a little good. Maybe some quadricep. So just for the quadriceps, start to lift the heels, right? So you're starting to lift the heels toward the buttocks, waking up the thighs. So you're going to the same buttocks, right? Now you can start to go to the opposite side. So going a little bit further, feet turned out. Right? Here we're getting the inside of the thighs now. We're focusing there. And then, it's gonna feel freaky, we're gonna go to the outside. So you're gonna turn this way, now opening up a little bit more on the outside, waking up those glutes a little bit more. Very different, right? So 3 different ways. Straight on, opposites, moving the rotation to external rotation, and then we turn to internal rotation and lift up. 3 different ways. Legs should feel very different now. Okay. So from there, grab something, a blanket, a cushion, something where you can bring your knees onto it. So from there, start with I'm just gonna change my mat so you can see me a little bit differently. Start with your right foot forward and your back knee on your mat. Place your palms on your waist. Start to just move forward and back. Again, dynamic opening for the hips. Also, the front of the leg is gonna get some work here. As you pull back, you're starting to work the tips and fibs in the front of the leg. Good, then when you come back, again, a little bit more work here. Tuck your toes underneath you, and then sit down, and then come up. Now take your right foot up to the side. And we start, so I'm off the mat now on about a 45-degree angle. Starting to get inner thighs, wake those up. A lot of the time in yoga, we believe that we should be doing everything with long holds. But that's not gonna open us up the way we want sometimes. Okay, tuck those toes, come back. Now turn the leg all the way out, 180 degree. Oh, I can really feel my inner thighs there today. I just did a kettlebell class, so I'm a little stiff, a little tired as well. But this is great for my body after all that work. Okay, right leg back. All right, so that's one side. Let's do the other. Left foot up, palms on the waist, forward and back a few times. Again, we can feel the muscles activating. We can feel them stretching. So activating meaning they're toning up to keep us up against gravity. We want that. But then stretching through that other side. All right, then the left foot comes back, tuck the toes, sit, 45-degree angle again, and forward and back. Always when we're practicing, feeling our breath, feeling our bodies, noticing how we feel. Great, and then take it back. Last one this way, side to side again. Woo! Inner thighs today. Depending on what you've been doing lately, you're gonna feel that differently. Okay, from there, take your right foot up and then bring both palms down to the ground. Allow yourself to come a little bit more forward and walk your foot forward so you're a little bit in it, right? So if I bring my hips back over my knee, my leg is almost straight. So I want you a little deeper than I normally do. Then from there, you might need a block here. Start to walk your palms back and start to bring this right leg straight or sort of straight. Now, if you've only got one block like I do today, you're gonna take it underneath your knee. And the leg straight, toes on the ground. Now, my leg isn't fully straight. So when I say straight, I mean straight-ish, right? So maybe it gets straight, maybe it doesn't. Good, from there, lift the toes, and then take the foot flat again. And then lift the toes, and then the foot flat, and then lift the toes and the foot flat. Do one more time. Good. From there, take that block up to the front, walk your right foot out to the side, allow your hips to bring you even further in. So we were up here, a little further in, foot out to the side, roll to the outside edge of your foot. Oh. Now maybe if you can, make some circles with your hips. And then go in the other direction. Great, from there, lift up, take the foot back, and we'll go other side. So again, when we set up, I'm setting up with my hips over top of my back knee. My front leg comes almost straight there, right? And then we come into that lunge position. So we're a little deeper in than I would normally take you, simply so that we can get this action happening with moving forward and back. So start to move forward and back a little bit. And then when you might be on that block, when you can, take that block underneath your leg, toes come straight down or directly down in front of you, your left leg almost straight. And then slowly lift your toes, flatten the foot. Lift the toes, flatten the foot, lift the toes, flatten, and toes, and flatten. Good, from there, walk your left foot out to the side, hips come forward. Good, roll to the outside edge of your foot, keep it on your mat. And then you can stay there, or again, a few hip circles. That's just gonna get, again, differently through the fascial lines, through the hip, through the buttocks muscles, a little differently. Holds are fine there as well, if that feels better for you. Good, slowly lift the knee, take your foot flat, place your palms down. From there, step back, downward facing dog. Again, move stuff out of the way. Walk it out. Good, from there, slowly bring your knees down and then walk your knees forward. Come and have a sit down. So I'm just gonna take you through a flow that's good for your back, your hips, and opening these spaces up. Okay, so often our backs, when we're running, when we're cycling, when we're lifting weights, we are very rigid. And that can, that's good for us. We need a strong back, but we need to have it open as well. So again, opening up fascia is really what we want to do here. So place your palms on your knees, go to your right first, and then start to go to the left and back. And we just make some circles for the back. This is something that you can do pretty regularly. And this is going to start to open up the back. Good, then go in the opposite direction. Again, opening up fascial lines that grow from your hip to your shoulder, from your hip to the opposite shoulder. Good, take your palms into your chest now, twist right, center, left, and then just go side to side here. So now we're taking those fascial lines that grow up and down, and we are lengthening them. And remember that fascial lines stick together as well. That's why we have tension in our backs. That's why we have a hard time coming down. So we open those fascial lines up, we unstick them, and then we can hopefully get further down. So from there, take an inhale now. And now as you exhale, fold over. Breathe. Come to where feels comfortable. You may be on a block. You might be on the floor. Heck, you might be right here. And this is perfect, right? So we have no judgment for where we are. We are where we are. And I honestly believe that sometimes flexibility is overrated. So don't feel like if you're not coming over that you are somehow unhealthy, right? Strength is important. We're trying to find that balance, but again, too much flexibility is not always the best. Good, then from there, slowly lift up. I'm gonna square myself off on my mat a bit more. So this is your right foot. Slowly lean over to the left. Take your right leg, swing it behind you, and bring yourself into pigeon. How can we tell if we're in the right pigeon? So our knee is off to the side, left palm under your shoulder. The truth is there is no perfect pigeon. You want to find the pigeon that feels best for you. You could even be an awkward pigeon, right? So awkward pigeon is the knee to the other side. the leg over, right? Try it. Leg over here, right? And then slowly lower your right elbow on the other side of your left knee, right? So that's awkward pigeon, but that might feel great for you. Then regular pigeon again, we go over to the side, leg is back behind you, the foot is at some place where it's comfortable. Often yogis will tell you to bring it up. Please don't. We don't want to torque the knee. I'm not saying you can't bring it up, I'm just saying don't force it up. All right, from there, take your palms underneath your shoulders. Now I have short arms, so I'm up on my fingertips. You might be able to be straight armed. You might have such short arms that you could use a block here and come up even higher. What are we doing? We're stretching the tummy, we're stretching the hip flexors, pulling the shoulders back, toning the back as we open up the hips. Okay, then from there, slowly bring yourself down onto your elbows. If at any time you start to feel pain in your knee or this feels too intense on your hips, please come out. At other times, there are things you could do. So you can just focus on your breath, but if you need, a block can come underneath this buttocks. A block could come underneath the front of your hip here. You could take a bolster and bring it in front of you and lie yourself down, which is perfect, right? It could happen like this. Either way, just breathe in. Great, from there, place your palms under your shoulders, lift yourself up, move props out of the way. Come over onto that left side, swing your right leg around, bring it straight in front of you. Good, so straight in front of us is both heels touching and then the foot coming back without adjusting the hips. Exhale all the air, and then inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, slowly fold over. Inhale, arms reach up, we look up, and then exhale, fold over. Inhale, slowly come up, and then exhale, we fold. Breathe. Elbows can relax in here. Good. From there, slowly ragdoll yourself up. This is going to be kind of weird because it's not really a yoga thing. But for those of you that are runners, your front of your legs, where we have tibs and fibs, these are muscles that don't normally get activated when we aren't runners. So if it's something that we're doing, it's new, or we're just getting back into it, or we have a lot of pain in the legs, a lot of pain in the top of the feet, you can start to massage in here. So when I massage runners, I get in here, and I know some of you right now are watching this and thinking, oh my gosh, you so have gotten in there. So really get in there, make some circles if you like, right? You can also just sweep. Feel your calves as well. Maybe your calves are the issue today, right? From day to day, we can have different spots, right? So just move around in there, tops of the feet, right? Heck, get your quadricep as well, right? And then just feel that difference, right? My leg feels so different. Okay, take your left foot in front now. Okay, palms on your knees. We're gonna start to the left and to then forward to the right. So go left, forward, right, and back. Again, making those circles, getting the back, getting the tummy, getting your hips now. Dynamic opening. And then go in the opposite direction. Good, come to center, place your palms into your chest. We'll start to the left. So go left and then right. Again, just opening up a little deeper. Good, from there, take an inhale, reach up through the crown of your head, and then as you exhale, fold over. Elbows can come to the ground. Maybe you're using a block today. Maybe you're feeling super flexible and your head's gonna come all the way to the floor. I want you to go to what feels good, right? Yeah, my head can come to the floor, but that doesn't feel good. That feels like I'm forcing. So find a space where you're not forcing too much. Good, then from there, slowly ragdoll yourself up. Push over into that right side, sweep the left leg around, and we come into pigeon. Now remember, on that other side, we did awkward pigeon, so might as well do it here. Awkward pigeon, we take that right knee to the left wrist, walk the left leg over to the right, and then that left arm comes down on the opposite side of the knee. Oh, it's awkward, it feels weird, but we are getting complete adduction of your hip here. Adduction is what happens, what we need to do to stretch the gluteus medius, stretch the gluteus minimus, get them into that right spot there. Good, now let's take that foot, got a little foot cramp, over to the right now. Now somehow this is abduction, but still we feel that through the glutes. So we're getting piriformis, and you can stay up again, maybe up on those fingertips, maybe up on a block, opening up through your hip flexor on the left. Take an inhale here, and then as you exhale, slowly lower down onto your elbows. You can again use a bolster. It is quite nice. I forget sometimes how lovely it is to use a bolster. A bolster just relaxes you a bit more, gives you some of that support so that you're not going so heavy in. Great, from there, take your palms under your shoulders, lift yourself up, bolster again off to the side, down on that right side, sweep your left leg around. Again, your leg is straight, we can always check with heels. Exhale all the air. Take an inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, fold over. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, fold. Good, from there, inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, big release. Good, breathe. Take your left leg up now, and again, we get the front of the leg. Tibs and fibs. So finding those spaces that are muscles, right? There's a good one right in here. And just sweeping or making a circular motion. Get your calves. Oh, lots of pain in there for me today. Yowza. And then sweep the whole leg. Okay. Come up to the front of your mat. Take an inhale, reach up. And as you exhale now, slowly lower down onto your back. Pull your knees up into your chest. Each palm on each knee, give a little rock. Now, take your left leg straight out. Take your right leg straight up and hold here. Again, this is for runners, so I'm not trying to say that we need to open our hamstrings very much, just a little bit here, but there's also something happening in that left leg with the hip flexor here. So this is just a nice lengthening, don't over pull. And then slowly switch legs. Again, for me, this is more about that straight leg on the ground by lifting up that opposite leg. Good, then from there, take your right leg back up, switch that left leg. This time, bend the knee, take your left palm, grab the top of your foot. So not the bottom, grab the top. And then take your right arm out to the side, slowly twist over to the left. We're all a little different here. So your foot, I'm just gonna adjust myself so you can see my foot. Your foot may come down to your side. That's a nice buttock stretch. You could go over a little bit more and take your leg out a little bit more. You're gonna decide which one feels better for you. The more of a twist in the spine, the more we open up those fascial lines in the back a little differently now. We're also stretching the chest. Feel your breath here. Good, then from there, same leg, roll right over onto your left side and grab a hold of your foot for a quadricep stretch. If that doesn't feel good for you, you can use a strap. You could also just come to a tree pose. I know that sounds a little strange that you're stretching your quadricep. It's a little bit of a stretch for the quadricep, more inner thigh, but at least you'd be getting something if you can't grab a hold here. And you really do want to get at your quadriceps. Quadriceps can be tighter than anything in the body. And they get tight without us realizing it. Great, slowly roll onto your back. Grab a hold of your left foot now with your right. The left arm comes out to the side, and again, we twist. Find the twist that feels better for you. Then from there, feel your chest. Notice how you feel. Notice everything you're feeling. Notice how you want to feel today. Great, then from there, roll right onto that right side, grab a hold of your left foot, stretch the quadriceps. Now you might be thinking, oh, I can let go here, she's not watching. I am not watching you, but I know. I know that we want to let go here. I know we think that maybe this is enough. But trust me when I tell you that your quadriceps need to open more and more and more than you think. Great, roll onto your back. Take the soles of your feet together just for a couple breaths. Into butterfly, palms on your tummy. And now straighten out your legs for Shavasana. If you like, use the bolster under your knees. It's quite nice here. I am just giving you a mini Shavasana. Please stay there as long as you like. Please relax, please enjoy. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope that helped with some pain from running or from working out or from cycling. You know, we just want to help open you up. Thanks for coming today. Namaste.